'cause you're desperate. Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it
NXT fans, tonight's topics on the Wrestle Story include
Io Shirai has faded to the dark side,
Angel Garza makes a big splash,
and Walter versus Travis Banks for the NXT UK Championship.
All that and more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, after every pay-per-view, and we do throw in an occasional special stream, as well as prediction shows prior to pay-per-views.
Always. So tonight, it is Wednesday, we are talking about NXT and NXT UK.
Yes. Correct.
All in all, not gonna lie, I did like tonight's show. And I kind of went into it being like, I'm not looking forward to this because I already know what's going to happen. But it was good.
Well, as far as like a wrestling show, I think it was okay. It'd be a lot better if it's not something that's pre-taped.
It'd be a lot better if I didn't know what was going to happen. But watching everything play out was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was decent. I mean, as far as being able to see how things played out, it was okay.
Yeah, so we're going to start with NXT, per usual. And the show started with the first match for the first round of the BreakOut Tournament. We had Angel Garza versus Joaquin Wilde. This was a really good wrestling match.
Yeah, definitely.
They put on a really good show.
Yes.
Angel Garza really, really stole the show for that match. He did really well, and he ended up getting the win. I feel like he could be a contender to potentially win the tournament.
Yeah.
Based off of what I saw tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he's going to make it pretty far.
I think he's got a strong shot.
I mean, of course, we still have to see everybody else over the next couple weeks, but...
This is why I wish they would just, like, do the tournament, like, live and have it all, like... Or at least have it, like, the first round.
Hello, Export. What's up?
Best Io is
the heel, yo. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit.
So, overall, I thought this match was good. I just wish that they would have this tournament all in one, over one night or a couple nights rather than spreading this out so much.
I can understand it. But, yeah, Angel Garza ended up Angel Garza ended up getting the win. My goodness. Speaking is difficult. Then we had a Kushida video, and it was like talking about who he wants to have like as opponents. He was talking about, NXT.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole idea behind this Kushida thing. If they're going to move him up, move him up. If they're going to keep him where he's at, then, keep him where he's at. But
who knows at this point?
Yeah.
So then we had a Damian Priest interview from last week talking about, him making a big splash on the scene of NXT.
Yes.
That was all that was.
Yeah.
It wasn't super important.
No.
Then we got another match. We have the Street Profits versus the Forgotten Sons. And I was kind of like... I didn't really want to see this match because I don't like the Forgotten Sons. Street Profits are cool. I like them. But I don't like the Forgotten Sons. So I was like... So, before the match gets started, Street Profits get on the mic and they're like... Good morning. Hello, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Street Profits got on the mic and they were like, you know what? Y'all should stay forgotten. But, you know what we're going to do? I think we should put our championships on the line. What do you guys think? Should we put our championships on the line? And everybody in the crowd was like, no, don't do it. I don't really know if this was for the championships or not. And it doesn't really matter whether it was or not. Because the match did end up ending in a disqualification. After good old Jaxson Ryker got involved. And pretty much ruined, if it was for the championships, he pretty much ruined the Forgotten Sons' opportunity.
Yeah.
Are they going to split them up?
Possibly.
Are they going to get tired of Ryker getting involved in all of their matches?
Yeah, he gets involved in everything.
No matter what it is, whether it's for a championship or not. You'd think he wouldn't because they want to have the championships.
Well, I think that he could go on his own and be okay.
I think he could too.
So I wouldn't be shocked if they don't split them up.
Because I feel like that could be where we're headed, just with the fact that if this was a championship match, they never really specified it, and even the people on commentary were like, is this for the championships? Is it not? We don't know. It makes me think that they could be splitting them up just due to the fact that it was possibly a championship match and he got involved and would have ruined their shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be cool with that.
No.
I'd be like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, I agree.
We could have been on the top again.
This might be how they're going to split them up and have them kind of go their own ways.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of hope they do that.
Yeah. It'd be cool. Because, like I said, I think Jaxson Ryker could do that on his own.
He's a menace, dude. He destroys literally everybody. And this is why I said I thought he was going to go for the championship after they did the whole thing after TakeOver with Adam and the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go for the championship, but apparently not.
He still might. It just may be later on.
It might. I really don't know. Ryker gets involved, and then they continue the attack on Street Profits. And Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch end up coming out to help the Street Profits. And then they take care of good old Forgotten Sons, throw them away. They made them forgotten. And then Lorcan and Burch had the tag titles, and they were holding them, and Street Profits turned around, and they were like, what do you think you're doing? Touching our titles? And then they handed them over.
Yeah. And
it was a sign of respect.
Yeah, it was.
It was good.
It was.
I still think they're going to have a match down the line for the titles.
I agree. I think they will too.
But I think it was good to have them show that kind of respect just because they did just come to the aid of them.
Well,
if they were going to beat them down, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's more about the fact that, they really couldn't take the title, so they kind of had to give them back to them. So, there was no other option there. Yeah,
true. That is right.
So then we have a Killian Dain video.
He is coming to NXT. What I find really funny about this is that on Twitter he put up a tweet and he was like, it was like upgrade or something like that. Where he was like, woohoo, I'm on a better show now.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was. It was something along the lines of that though. And, but, He's now going to be on NXT. We knew that. We knew he was moved to NXT. We just hadn't seen him yet. And from spoilers and stuff that I've seen, he's going to get involved in some things over the next several weeks.
Yeah.
Regarding some people.
Yeah. Some people.
To then possibly have a match at...
Dain lost a lot of weight. Yeah, definitely.
That's probably why Vince didn't use him. Because he was overweight.
Probably.
Overweight.
Yeah.
That's what he does with everybody.
I don't understand. Well,
Bray Wyatt was off of TV for such a long time, not because he was like out with an injury like he was before, but he was off TV for a bit because he like was bigger than everybody. I don't get it. Like, we have big guys on the main roster anyways, like the Viking Raiders and like Heavy Machinery and stuff, so like
I don't understand.
If Vince is going to have a problem with some people, you'd think he'd have a problem with everybody.
Well, the thing I don't understand is how could any of them be overweight with the nutritionists they probably have access to, the weight room, everything they have access to, and the amount of time that they probably have to do, that they could be doing some of these things.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could be overweight.
They're just bigger guys.
Well, some of them are. It's
not even like some of them are overweight. They're just bigger guys. They're still like muscly.
But
dudes.
obviously, if you can lose enough weight that people can recognize it, then you've probably. Which, I mean, like I said, it doesn't make a lot of sense for a WWE superstar to be in that position with everything they have access to.
Yeah. So Killian Dain is coming on the scene. Real excited for this. I'm glad he's being used.
Yeah.
Darn, if only we could get Eric Young to be used on the main roster.
Yeah.
Maybe he should just go back down to NXT too, because I don't see it happening. The only thing he's going to be doing is chasing the 24/7 championship.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of guys doing that.
Because they're using Alexander Wolf on NXT UK.
Yeah.
And now they're going to use Killian Dain on NXT.
Yeah.
They left Eric Young in the dust.
Yep.
Darn. His career will be the one to die of the three.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have, is that Nykos?
Yeah, I think so. Nykos, Ricos.
And Keith Lee.
Versus Keith Lee. And I bet you guys can guess who won. Nykos, Ricos. 100%.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
This tiny little dude took out Keith Lee.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Keith Lee won. I wasn't shocked by this at all. They keep putting Keith Lee in these matches with, like...
Does it remind you of somebody else?
Who?
Think the main roster.
Braun?
No.
Darn. Lashley?
No.
Darn. We could guess forever.
Yes, we could. It's an obvious one.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lucha.
Oh, Lucha House Party.
But
Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Lars, by the way, he's out with an injury right now, and he's probably going to be out for 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, I'm okay with it.
Well, I think what they were doing with him,
I'm okay with it because we're no longer going to see Lucha House Party and Lars in matches every week.
Yeah. And I said before, maybe they did that on purpose because maybe he was hurt, and they were just trying to find a way to get him out of it. Does that make sense?
But how would that be a reason to get him out of it?
Well, I think that they tried to test him to see what he could do. I mean, if there was an idea that he was hurt, rather than trying to put him into a big storyline with somebody.
It makes sense. And then you'd have to cut that storyline off short.
And so they just kind of made a joke out of,
that's awesome.
What they were doing with him.
Now everybody will remember him for the next 6 to 9 months as being the guy who...
I agree.
Who fought Lucha House Party about 1,000,000 times and, like...
And I'm not saying that's why they did it, but that could be a theory as to why they did things with him the way they did them.
I agree.
So then we have...
Well, Keith Lee won.
Yeah, Keith Lee won.
We talked about that. Short match. Yes. Literally threw the guy across the ring and he was like...
Yes.
Dead. And then he just like powerbombed him and that was overkill. And he could have just pinned him when he threw him across the ring.
Yeah.
And did absolutely nothing to him. But,
Definitely.
It was over really quick.
Yep.
I wish. Okay, we're gonna talk about Keith Lee for a second again because I was in the middle of a thought and then we started talking about something else. I wish they would go back to the Dominik Dijakovic thing.
Where is Dominik Dijakovic? Because we haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
I don't know, but I wish they would go back to that. Lee should go for the North American title. To be honest, I agree.
I wonder if they're not trying to work him back in slowly just to make sure that
he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I wish that he would go back to the Dominik Dijakovic thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think that was a good storyline, and I liked where they were headed with it, and it could have been a really good match.
I think so, too.
At TakeOver.
Yes.
It could have led up to a huge match at TakeOver.
Definitely.
But he got injured, and we didn't see him for weeks. Now, where Dominik Dijakovic is, I don't really know. They were giving him a push for the North American title, and now they're not.
Yeah.
They gave Tyler Breeze a push instead.
So, I don't know what they'll do with him.
I don't either.
We'll see what happens. So then, the Adam Cole tour.
Yeah, Adam Cool is Adam Cole's brother. Is his twin brother, Adam Cool.
Yeah, with different last names.
Yeah, they are essentially the same thing. Just a couple letters duplicated and taken out.
Yeah.
They're brothers. Or that could be his evil twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that instead. But this is essentially just him going around different places because he's an NXT champion right now. And it's the NXT Adam Cole World Tour.
Yeah.
Not much to it. What I found very funny is in the video, he went to a place called Gargano's. He's going to have another match with Gargano.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm kind of doubting that he's going to retain if he has another match with Gargano.
He might not.
I would hate it.
I don't know.
Because I like him as a champion.
Yeah.
But
I like Gargano as a champion too, so.
I mean, I like both of them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
It's just going to take some thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we have an announcement of Roderick Strong versus Tyler Breeze for next week.
And then the announcement of the second round one matchup, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Cameron Grimes. And we'll see that next week. I mean, 2 matches, decent matches, not horrible matchups.
Yeah.
We'll get to see more of those new breakout talents.
Yep.
So that's fun. Then we get to the ever so lovely Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler in a cage match for the women's championship. You guys. Okay, so I was kind of being all negative going into this because I already knew the outcome and I knew that Io was going to win. Or Io was going to win. I knew that Io was going to lose and that she was going to turn heel. But man, oh man, was this a good match.
It was a good match. The only thing is like we said,
we knew the outcome.
You already knew what was going to happen. You already knew. It was just a matter of how it was going to happen. And I think the big shock would have been if we hadn't known, where they were going with it. Mm-hmm. Which is why I don't like the fact that they do the taping and like several weeks before, so then everybody knows what's going to happen.
The way this match ended, you guys, I was like, no wonder she's beating people upside the head. Like, I understand it. I get it. She literally was right there. She was like so close to escaping the cage twice. Okay, first, before this, she did a freaking moonsault off the top of the cage. That was impressive.
Yeah.
She didn't look behind her before she flipped. Shayna 100% had to make sure she was in the right spot. Otherwise, that would have been terrible.
Yep.
That was really good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like, and just the fact that she didn't even, like, do a quick look back before she went to make sure Shayna was lined up. That is, like, pro. Oh, my gosh, it was so good.
It was pretty cool.
I, like, hopped up out of my seat and was like, good job, Io. That's why you should be on the main roster.
Yeah.
But if you go to the main roster, you probably won't be used.
Probably not.
Just look at Kyrie.
Yeah.
But I was like, jeez, man. oh, that had to be perfect. Otherwise, somebody was getting hurt.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was really, really cool. That match over the Kofi versus Dolph. It was so. It was
definitely
better. It was better.
And the scary thing is, we knew the outcome.
We knew the outcome,
and it was still a lot
but
better.
it was still better than the Kofi and Dolph steel cage match. I think the ending of this one was. I mean, of course, Kofi retained his title there, and
well, I thought
it was a crazy dive the way his match ended. But this was like, oh, you just feel for Io.
Yeah.
Like, you really felt for her, man. So the way it ended, Io was literally right there at the end of the cage. And she was, like, so close to crawling out and being on the floor. Shayna grabbed her and put her in the sleeper hold thing over the ropes. So her back was, like she was, like, bent backwards over the ropes. And Shayna had her. She reached out, she grabbed the cage door, and she slammed it into Shayna's head, like, 3 times. Shayna let go, and then she flipped onto the floor, and Io was sitting there, and she was like, no. I was right there, and she just fell out. She just literally fell out, and I was sitting there like, oh. I understand why you're so angry. I get it.
Well, it was pretty cool. This is why I wonder, is this actually heel Io? Or is it just the fact that she's tired of having step in and interfere in her matches?
I was like, bro, I feel for you, man. You were right there. You were right there like 3 times.
Yep.
And then you hit her in the head to try and get her off of you, but then she just fell. I was like,
I definitely agree. If Shayna gets called up, I think that Io would be a good heel. I think that she could do pretty good either way. I mean, tonight she obviously showed that she could go, either way, heel or a face.
Like, honestly, as much as I hate to say this because I knew the outcome of this match, this is going to rank again. Like I said with that, like, this is going to rank in one of the top matches of the year, I think.
Yeah, probably. It was a good match.
It was a great match, and then ending on top of that, it is 100% going to end up being in, like, the awards for top matches of the year during the NXT awards at the end of the year.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I've said that twice now over the last couple of months with 2 matches. The Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano match, I think, at TakeOver.
Yeah.
The last TakeOver. I was like, that has got to be in match of the year. Has to. This is another one. Yep. And this wasn't even a big name match. No, this was just on NXT.
And it was good. I mean, like I said, it was a good match.
It was a really great match. So then after that, Io just snapped. Well, Candice came out in the middle of the match. Everybody knew that. She came out in the middle of the match, tried to help, but she ended up getting, like, thrown into the cage and, was just toast. So she was laying there. She came over to, like, oh, Io, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that this just happened. You just lost, again, to Shayna for, like, the 3rd time in a row. Io just snapped. Like, she just, like, started beating Candice up like nobody's business. And then she was like, what am I doing? Why am I beating my friend up? And then she, like, was, like, shaking her head, and she got out of the ring. And you thought that was the end of it, right? Where she was going to be like, oh, I'm just going to walk away. This is a mistake. I don't know why I just beat her up. I shouldn't be mad at her. I should be mad at Shayna. She grabs a chair, and she goes back in, and she beats the living crap out of Candice.
Well, part of this makes me wonder if it's actually, a heel turn, Anthony.
Well, from what I've seen, yeah. She's getting, like, a whole character change from what I've seen over, like, videos and stuff. She has a new entrance. She's, like, in new outfits. She's not doing her whole mask thing. I'm a fun, bright-colored, fun-loving
But is this going to be...
But the thing is, like, the crowd is 100% behind her.
Okay, but here's the question. Is this going to be, okay, she's only going to, like, go after Candice and things like that? Or is this still going to be, okay, I'm going to go after Shayna and just anybody that gets in my way?
I think she's going to go after anybody that gets in her way.
That's why I don't know if this is a total heel turn to, in the sense of a heel turn.
I don't know, but it's different, and it's good. Yeah, heel turn. She's still going to get cheered. She was booed tonight, I think, just because she was beating up Candice.
I think people are going
to And everybody was like, oh, why are you beating up on her? Like, she didn't even do anything, man.
I think people are going to like what she does with the character.
I am excited.
So I think that's why...
Even though I know things, I'm excited.
Which is why I said, I was questioning whether this is a true heel turn or if this will be... if this is going to be, I don't care who you are, I'm out to destroy you.
Yeah. You will love her new entrance. See, I haven't seen her entrance per se. I've heard her music, and I like it. It's different than what she has right now, and I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she beat the crap out of Candice. She didn't win. I see this probably turning into a match for her at TakeOver with Candice. She's not going to go for the title because the next person in line for a title would be Mia Yim. So I'm expecting to see Mia Yim versus Shayna at TakeOver.
Probably.
I don't think Mia's going to win the title.
Well, I figure you're going to see Candice versus Io at TakeOver.
That's what I'm thinking. And then after that, I'm thinking she's going to beat Candice.
Probably.
And then she's going to go on to fight Shayna again with her new style. She's going to beat her, and then Shayna will go on to SummerSlam because she's going to get moved up because Io's going to have the title. Now, after that, are we going to see Io go back to what she was before?
No.
Or is she going to, continue on the path of I'm going to
I think a lot
beat
depends on how the character goes.
Yeah.
I mean, if people, and I think people are going to like it, I think that they will just stick with it.
Bro, I haven't even seen anything yet, and I like it.
So, I thought it was cool. Like I said, it was a good match. It was good. I think it was a good way to have her turn.
I agree.
Or, at least turn on everybody.
I think this is a good thing for everybody in the long run because it gets her away from Shayna for a little bit so somebody else can try and take Shayna out. But when they fail, she's ultimately going to go back, and she's going to be the one to take the championship from Shayna.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. I don't see anybody else doing it.
No.
Io makes the most sense.
Yes.
Then Shayna moves up, Shayna's gone, and Io becomes the new I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good thing for Candice because Candice is going to get a lot more TV time.
I agree.
She's going to get bigger. Even though people are already behind her and they already like Candice, people are going to get behind Candice even more.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be out there more, and it's going to be Io versus Candice. I think this is a good thing for her, too.
But
because she hasn't been used a bunch in a huge storyline recently. This is a really good thing for her.
Again, this is the one thing that NXT usually does pretty good is using who they have and making a storyline without having them wrestled 907,000 times.
See, and we haven't even seen Candice in the ring in several weeks. The last time we saw her was in a tag match with Casey. A couple weeks ago when she was fighting, no. She was in a tag match with Io against Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke.
It's sad women's
a week or two.
The main roster last 2 or 3. Yeah, I agree.
She was in a tag match with Io 2 weeks ago or something like that. But we haven't seen her in the ring a ton.
No.
Before that.
No.
So this is a really good thing for Candice too.
I agree. It is. I think it kind of gives her a little bit of a push.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
So that was... Go ahead.
I was going to start talking about NXT UK. Go ahead.
That was the end of NXT.
I'm excited for next week to see where they go with this. I'm hoping we get to see the new Io everything next week.
Yeah, I think it'd be
cool. I'm wearing all black. I got my new entrance. I'm totally done with all you people.
Yeah.
Another thing that she did at the end there, she kind of got right up in the camera and she was like, I don't need any friends.
Yeah.
started yelling in Japanese, I don't need her. And I don't need you people either, because they were booing her.
Yeah.
And then I saw a video on Twitter that she came back out after it was over, and she had, like, a chair from the crowd, and she just, like, threw it.
Yeah.
Like, down the ramp. And she was like, I'm done.
Yep.
Not having this anymore. So I'm excited.
Then we have NXT UK that we watched.
I thought this was a decent episode. There was a lot of wrestling on tonight.
Yeah.
It's NXT UK,
Yeah.
which I think is a good thing. To get more people out there.
Yeah, definitely.
So we start the show with Mark Andrews versus Joseph Connors. This was a good match. I figured Mark Andrews was going to win.
Yeah.
Because I just expected that.
Yeah. So did I.
That's Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mark Andrews gets the win. Good match. Decent. Joseph Connors has been used a lot.
Yeah.
On NXT UK recently. I wonder if they're gonna do something with him.
Have him get beat by everybody?
I guess. But he's been on NXT UK a lot.
Yeah, he has.
Like a lot compared to other people.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just the jobber. The jobber of NXT UK.
I think so. Seems to be anyway.
So, yeah, we had that. And then we got the Grizzled Young Veterans. We got a promo from them. This seems to be all they ever do. This is all I've ever seen them do, is cut promos. Since we've been watching NXT UK for the last, 2 months?
Roughly.
They haven't been in the ring. They've just been out here cutting promos. I haven't seen them defend their titles.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them even in tag team matches at all. We'll see them in a match next week against Mustache Mountain for the titles. But we haven't seen them wrestle at all. Which is it's a little frustrating just because they are your tag team champions.
But that's kind of the way the tag teams go in WWE.
I know, but they're using other tag teams more than they're using their actual champions.
Well, they are. But
which is a little frustrating because we haven't seen them wrestle in 2 months.
Yeah.
It is a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I said, especially when they're champs. So.
Rhea Ripley versus Piper Niven is announced for next week.
I'm excited to see that match.
Yeah. Should be a good match.
It'll be good. I'm excited to see Rhea Ripley in the ring.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't seen her in the ring in a lot.
It's been a while.
I mean, we saw them last week in the Battle Royal, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, as far as an actual,
match.
Yeah.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
So then we also get told that in 2 weeks we're going to see Gallus versus The Hunt and Dave Mastiff. This is should be another really good match.
Yeah, I agree.
They have kind of built their rivalry over the last 2 weeks. It should be good.
Should be. I mean, hopefully it will be, and we'll see what happens.
Then we get a match between Killer Kelley and Xia Brookside. Yeah, I mean it was a good match.
Solid.
Good match. They kind of had built this over the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks from back when they had Ginny and Jazzy Gabbert show up, and she was kind of supposed to help Xia, but then she was like, "Peace. I'm not dealing with them. You can take them on your own.
Yeah.
Bye." So they kind of continued that.
Yep.
Over from 2-3 weeks ago, which is good to see. Continuity. Something that everybody knows how to do except WWE, like Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree.
They're getting a little better, but
trying to.
But they gotta compete. They gotta compete with the cage match from this week.
Yeah.
That everybody already knew the results to, but it was still probably everybody's favorite match of the week.
Probably. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's. Yeah, it might be.
I think it was probably my favorite match of the week.
It might be.
Because there really weren't any other matches that were, awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to think back.
On Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't think anything, totally stood out.
See, nothing stands out in your mind.
No.
I mean, if we're talking about, things that happened, The Undertaker returning was pretty cool. But as far as matches, this was the best match of the week.
Yeah, definitely. I would
that
say
cage
probably.
match was the best match.
I would have to agree.
And that's sad with the fact that everybody already knew what was going to happen. but it still was the best match.
Yeah, that's what makes it bad. Is everybody knew what was going to happen, and you still probably had the best match of the week. So
see, not even WWE, with the fact that we don't know what's happening there, can have good matches.
No, but the problem is they've, I'm sure there's people who didn't watch just because they knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. Like, that was the thing with me, is going into it, I was, like, trashing on it. I was like, I already know what's going to happen. Not really looking forward to it because I already know what's going to happen, but I'm glad we watch it.
Yeah, but you don't totally get the, oh wow, I can't believe that happened.
No, but I was still shocked with the way they did it.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Because I didn't know exactly. I knew that Io wasn't winning, and I knew that she turned on Candice.
Yeah.
It was a matter of watching it play out that was interesting.
Yeah.
And that I thought was really good.
But see, that's what, that's the way it should be done.
Was the only good thing this week. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So, then Xia Brookside ends up getting the win over Kelley, which is a little bit of a shock to me. I think they're pushing her a lot.
Yeah, they are.
And I feel like she might get a title shot here
I think she will soon.
After Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, I think really soon she's going to get a title shot.
She's the daughter of Robbie Brookside. He's one of the trainers there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes down. Then we had a match between Ligero and Noam Dar.
Yes.
And in the middle of the match, Kenny Williams comes out to ringside. And he was like a former tag team partner for Noam Dar. And he was sitting there, he brought a chair, and I thought he was going to get involved in the match at first. And then he just sat down on the ramp.
Yeah.
And then Noam Dar played off his knee injury again. It's going to be the thing he always goes back to.
Yeah.
And so he played that off again and acted like he needed it. But the ref was kind of paying attention to Ligero. And so he got up and went over to Kenny Williams and was like, give me the chair. Give me the chair. And then he got back down and was like, oh, my knee. And then the ref went back over to Ligero and he was like, give me the chair. And then Kenny Williams got up and looked as if he was going to hand him the chair. And then Noam Dar had a hold of the chair. And then he was like, no. And he pulled it back. And then he, which led Noam Dar to losing and Ligero getting the win.
So see, they've set up another match.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Or at least a feud.
We're gonna see Noam Dar and Kenny Williams.
I agree.
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
So I mean, another good match. I like Ligero.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like his lucha stuff.
I agree.
It's really good.
I'm not sure what his outfit that he was wearing, exactly what it was.
I don't know. I kind of question his mask and stuff.
Yeah.
His whole getup is a little odd, but
yeah.
He's good in the ring, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah. I guess. If you can get past the goofy looking.
If you can get past his goofy horns, yeah. He's good in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. Then we get our main event, which is Walter versus Travis Banks for the UK Championship. So Travis Banks is using his opportunity that he won in the Fatal 4-Way. And shocker, we were right. He wasn't taking the championship off of Walter.
Yeah, well, we knew this wasn't going to happen.
No. They got to save it for someone else
big. Definitely. But overall, I didn't think it was a bad match. I mean...
It wasn't one of Walter's finest, in my opinion. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like a 5-star Walter match that we generally see. I think
one of the issues you have is you got Walter so much bigger than Travis Banks that... it makes it tough to make it look really, really good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the more difficult things with something like that.
Yeah, because he's so huge. I have no idea who's going to go for the NXT UK Championship next. None whatsoever.
I don't even.
I don't even have a thought in my mind as to who they could put as the number one contender next.
Yeah.
And does anybody else have any thoughts? Because we sure don't.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't have a clue. Not a clue.
Not unless it's someone within their stable that turns.
I feel like they could possibly push Alexander Wolf. He's new, and everybody's kind of odd. shows up out of the blue, joins Imperium, for what?
Yeah.
To get to that NXT UK Championship?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, there is somebody from NXT UK who is coming to NXT. Have you seen spoilers for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know you're excited.
I'm excited. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting how they integrate him into feuds.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I feel like it's kind of a step up.
Well,
from NXT UK, just because NXT is like...
I think it'll be
he's a big deal.
It'll be a little more exposure.
It will. And it'll be good to have him face other... Hey,
Hello,
James, what's up? It'll be good to have him fight other people that aren't just on NXT UK.
Yeah. Did you watch it, James? Did you see any of it? Have you seen any of it? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what, who's going to be your next... the next one.
He did.
So what'd you think the
What about that cage match?
Yeah.
I said, wow. Wowie. The way they ended that, even though I knew it was going to happen, the way they ended it, the way the match ended, I was like, I feel for you, Io. I feel for you. That sucks. Because you were right there. And then she just fell out. Horrible.
Again, I thought,
And I said that I think it could be in running for matchup of the year. And I don't say that very often. I've said that twice now. This year.
Yeah.
Once with the Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano at TakeOver match, the last TakeOver that we had. Epic match, really good.
Definitely.
And then this Io and Shayna cage match is the other one that I said I think could be in running for the matchup of the year. Io, heel turn. I feel bad for Candice. Now I hate Io.
So here's a question, James, and I kind of threw it out there. Is it a true heel turn? Or is this just I don't care who you are, I'm going to destroy you?
I said...
Because I think a true heel turn means, okay, it's going to be more, she's going to focus on facing the baby faces of NXT rather than, facing like Shayna Baszler or somebody like that. But I think that...
She's still going to face Shayna.
I think she's going to...
I am confused.
I think she's going to take on anybody at any time.
I agree.
So I don't think it's it's...
It's a heel turn because it's different for Io, where she was like this fun-loving, happy-go-lucky person, and now she's not going to be.
Yeah.
She's just going to go out there to beat people up.
So it's like a personality change.
Yeah.
More than necessarily a heel turn.
More so just being tired of dealing with everybody and having them ruin her shots at different things per se.
Yeah.
And no longer wanting to deal with them.
Which is why I don't think it's a total heel turn.
I can see your point, yeah. I can understand that. Where a heel turn would... Becky liked one of my tweets. Awesome. Soup's cool.
So now you're like
famous.
You're like this, right?
We're best buds now. We're best buds. No, that's funny. Yeah, I get it. Because if she was going to be heel, I think it would just make sense to put her in babyface situations. Right now, the way you could... Yep. They're best buds now. The way I see it with this particular situation, it is like she's heel because Candice is a super babyface.
I mean, that's...
She's a super babyface in this one.
But I think it's going to be no matter what. I think Io Shirai...
After this, she's going to go back after Shayna.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, James, to get you up here. I said my little rundown of the next several months for what's going to happen with Io and Candice and Shayna and whoever. So I said that it's ultimately what we're going to do here is lead up to Candice versus Io at TakeOver.
Yeah.
And I think Io's going to beat up... I think Io's going to beat up Candice.
Yeah.
She's going to beat her to a pulp. Like, it's going to be... it's going to be a match. Then after that, because Shayna, Io's not going to get a shot at Shayna yet because it's already been said that Mia Yim is next in line for a title shot.
Yeah.
So, that would mean that they have Mia versus Shayna at TakeOver. And then they have the Candice versus Io. Does Io at the end of the night, or during Shayna's match, come out and, be like, homie, I'm coming for you next. I'm coming for you again.
I don't know, but she she's gonna go after the title. There's no doubt about it.
I could see that very well happening. Yes. So then they can start to build that back up again, and then sometime between then and whatever else we got in between there, it's gonna be Io versus Shayna, and then Io's gonna take the title off of her, and Shayna's gonna go to the main roster.
I agree.
For SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because I think that's gonna be Becky's big matchup.
That one, yeah, probably.
It's gonna be Shayna.
Probably.
That just makes the most sense to me.
Or Lacey's.
No, it's not going to be Lacey. It's going to be Becky.
Yeah.
Shut up! Stop! We're not doing this. It's going to be Becky, okay?
James, I don't know if you're going to see it anytime soon, but I think that some of the UK wrestlers you will see starting to transition over.
It's going to be Sasha. See, now he's arguing about it not being Shayna. It's going to be Sasha. I could see it being Sasha, but I just don't think Sasha's going to come back.
I think you're going to, if she does, I think you're going to see a Sasha Bayley feud.
That would be fun. Okay, while we're talking about 4 horsewomen here, Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Charlotte. That's the last one there. Charlotte was at SmackDown yesterday, and she was in a dark match against Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title at the end of the show.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
So she was there, but she wasn't on TV.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
No.
So, who knows?
Because we're still dealing with Alexa.
Yeah. All right. I think that we've covered everything.
I believe so.
We will be back Saturday.
Well, is Fighter Fest? Sorry.
Saturday.
It's Saturday?
I think so.
Okay, also talking about Saturday, it was announced today that there's going to be an Evolve Evolve show on the WWE Network, and it's going to include 2 matches from NXT, and it's going to be Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak, and Adam Cole versus Akira Tozawa.
Yeah.
On the same day as...
He's calling it Sasha versus Becky at SummerSlam.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not putting my title on the line.
Your title will be on the line at SummerSlam anyway, so...
It'll be on the line at SummerSlam anyways. I'm not putting it on the line for that one match, James. Because then I have a higher risk of losing.
Yes.
And I'm not doing that. Although we all know Becky would... No, actually. I think they'd probably put the title on Sasha if they were going to do it because Sasha would be coming back and they would be giving her a huge push.
Yeah, probably.
So, then that situation, they would be taking the title off of Becky.
Probably.
And that's just the way it is.
Probably.
No matter what Sasha does when she comes back, it's going to be huge and it's probably going to be for a title.
Sasha AEW.
I could see that too.
That wouldn't
but she can't go anywhere until her contract is up, which could be a while.
Yeah.
So, why you chicken? Because, no. It'll be on the line during the whole show. Okay, first we gotta get through Extreme Rules, and then I gotta get through TakeOver, and then I gotta get through, SummerSlam. Then I gotta get through other pay-per-views. So, we try to hold this title for like a year. That's the ultimate goal here. And I think I could do it. Because I beat everybody at Stomping Grounds. And I will do it again.
Yeah.
I'm already a 2-time champ.
Yeah. We'll see.
But if I lose it a ton of times, I could be an 8-time champ, just like R-Truth is like an 8-time 24/7 champion.
Yeah, you could.
But I really don't want to. Whatever.
Great, another Corbin.
Stop! Stop. Okay, speaking of Corbin, there was a stupid article that Dave Meltzer put out today, or the other day. He made a report.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's being reported that the reason that Vince McMahon really likes Corbin because he's really good looking and he thinks he'll make all the girls swoon over him. And I was like, Dave Meltzer, you just need to retire. You're losing things to report. Everybody was like, look at this load of garbage.
Yeah.
Like,
much.
what are we talking about?
Pretty much.
Jeez, Dave Meltzer.
Yep.
I have a hard time taking anything he says seriously anymore.
So with that, I think we're done. We'll be back on Saturday after we'll do a recap of Fyter Fest.
Yeah. Are we doing a pre-show?
I don't know.
A prediction show? There's a whole bunch of matches I think we could.
Well, I think that, but there's a lot of matches that, I think that we should wait.
What? Stop it. What are you talking about?
Because it's not like an AEW pay-per-view. It's like...
Yeah, it is. Stop, Anthony. I am not losing my title. I'm going to retain it at Extreme Rules. And I will laugh in everybody's face when I retain it. Again.
Yeah.
And then...
Or not.
I'm going to retain it. Stop
right,
doubting me, people. And someone else.
That's
They're
what I'm
just
saying.
in partnership.
It's not
but
like
it isn't AEW pay-per-view.
a true AEW.
Yes, it is.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
And it's really not a pay-per-view because it's free.
I meant BR Live. Yeah.
So.
BR Live. Gonna watch that pay-per-view.
Yes.
For free, peoples. Don't have to pay for this one.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. So it's not
free.
It's not really a pay-per-view. It's
okay. Yes, it is. It is a pay-per-view. It's a free pay-per-view. They're giving it to the people for free.
Pay-per-view means you pay for it.
Okay.
Pay-per-view. That's why it says pay.
Okay. Well,
it's a free.
It's a free for view.
Yeah. All right. With that, we're out of here.
Free.
Yeah. Reminder: free. Definitely free, Anthony.
Yeah, no, we'll be back on Saturday to recap the epic AEW pay-per-view.
Yes.
I'm excited for Jon Moxley's in-ring debut.
We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, after every pay-per-view, and
or
occasionally
free for view.
We'll have or a free for view. We have. I lost my train of thought. We have specials every now and then. Prediction shows. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the little bell so you know when we go live. We will be back Saturday night after the Fyter Fest to recap what happened there. With that, we're out. Peace.